Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RENEBOXYOUNG, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, and analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing in level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for tuning into my flash lives, premieres of my videos such as this, man. Commenting in the comment sections of my videos and community posts, everything, man. Everybody who's been following me on Instagram, also TikTok and Twitter, man. Salute everybody. I appreciate y'all. Playback family, you guys are awesome. If you're new to the platform, it's a platform where we love sport of boxing. Simple as that. No drama, no warring with other people. We don't got time for that, you know what I'm saying? We just chop up what we love, the sport of boxing. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell. The other day I called, Danny Garcia versus Jose Benavidez, so, just out of nowhere. So, that's where you'll know when I go live and do my, push my content and premieres and such, and, things of that nature. So thank you guys so much for the support. Also, if you feel like supporting via Cash App, $ RENEBOXYOUNG via Cash App, $ RENEBOXYOUNG. And those who have supported thus far, you guys are awesome, man. I can't thank you enough. Thank you guys so much, man. So let's get right to this. I want to talk about, Gary Antoine Russell and Barthelemy fight, man. Action-packed, ladies and gentlemen. Action-packed, very fun fight. TKO, y'all know the story, man. Round 6. It was a competitive fight, man. This was a competitive, wonderful fight. I've said it so many times, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not enjoying the sport with these kinds of fights, then I don't know what you enjoy. You know what I'm saying? This is what I love. This is what I love to see. Action-packed, competitive fights. And that's exactly what we saw in Gary Antoine Russell versus, Barthelemy. Barthelemy had some wonderful, he landed some nice shots on the inside. Of course, Gary Russell did also. It was just a back and forth fun fight, you know what I'm saying? It seems like Barthelemy was waiting for the counters, you know what I'm saying? He was waiting for Gary Russell, Antoine Russell to inch in, and boom, Barthelemy would throw those flurries on the inside to the body, kind of wide, but hey, it is what it is, right? Antoine Russell was definitely precise in his shots too on the inside, man. If I'm not mistaken, round 1, if you guys remember that, Barthelemy kind of rocked, Gary Antoine Russell, man. But, Gary Antoine Russell came back like a warrior, like a champ, man, and he did what he did. Now, I know everybody, there's some people out there that, it was a controversial ruling or whatever you want to call it, right, by the referee calling it a TKO, calling the fight off. I think Barthelemy could have fought more. He looked okay, but, it is what it is. The ref knows what he's doing. I've never seen that ref before. I'm no freaking expert in the sport, you know what I'm saying? I don't consider myself that. I mean, I analyze the sport just like any other fan, you know what I'm saying? I love the sport, but, there are people who know all the refs' names and where they're coming from, their background, their pedigree, etc., etc. I don't, heck no. I haven't seen this ref before, though, you know what I'm saying, in fights and events. I don't think I've seen him before. I'm sure he has his pedigree and experience, respect. He knows why he did what he did. The ref knows why he did what he did, and the call he, called in calling the fight off. I mean, that was a beautiful leaping right hook, man, by Gary Antoine Russell. Clocking Barthelemy right on the temple. Bam! Just beautiful stuff. That was a beautiful fight, ladies and gentlemen. Hats off to Barthelemy. Hats off, to Gary Antoine Russell and getting the win. You know what I'm saying? At 140. 140, ladies and gentlemen, is getting interesting. It's getting really interesting, you know what I'm saying? I talked about this recently. I just don't remember when. I don't remember which video it was, but I pushed a video recently talking about this, you know what I'm saying? How we're seeing adjustments, we're seeing changes, we're seeing how these, divisions are, evolving. It is what it is. These fighters grow, they get bigger, they have to change, they have to move divisions, they have to move up, you know what I'm saying? So we're seeing that at 140. Teofimo, he's moving up to 140, moved up to 140 to fight Pedro Campa. I don't know when that fight is, but whatever, right? I mean, he moved up there. This is my point. There's changes. Ryan Garcia, recently fought Fortuna. Who the heck knows what Ryan Garcia is going to do, if he's going to continue at 140. Obviously, all the other names that are established at 140, you already know them. Cepeda, Ramirez. Interesting, when we talk about 140, you got Cepeda and, if I'm mistaken, Cepeda and Prograis. They were ordered to fight by the WBC for the fact of, I think Ramirez, congratulations. He's going to tie the knot. You know what I'm saying? If I'm mistaken, he's going to get married. Some personal issues there. Some personal business he has to take care of. So I think he's going to get married. Good stuff right there, man. Good man, Ramirez. Good man. So, hey, congratulations to the champ. You know what I'm saying? But, so he's not going to fight. That's the thing here. Because it was previously ordered by the WBC for, Ramirez and Cepeda to fight for the WBC, title eliminator, whatever it is, man. I really don't know what it is for. But they're up there in the rankings, yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to check the rankings in a moment. If I'm not mistaken, I think the WBC title is vacant. I think it's vacant. So, you know, the point here is that they were going to fight. So they're not going to fight anymore. Cepeda and Ramirez. Okay, so Prograis is in the mix now. Prograis, and I've been saying this for a minute, you know what I'm saying, on Twitter, social media out there. You know, Prograis got to step it up, man. I know that there's some speculation out there that, you know, all these guys don't want to fight Prograis and stuff like that. I get it, but, you know, last couple opponents, man, wow. Prograis got to step it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Taylor, obviously, was a wonderful fight. Everybody knows the story there, right? But it was a close fight, too. But, you know, it is what it is, right? But now, it looks like this is the thing. 140 is interesting because, you know, now we see Prograis, he has the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to get that WBC strap or whatever it is for, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's a title for that vacant title fight. So we'll check the rankings right now in a moment. So, you know, Prograis versus Cepeda, you know, and all these names. Gary Antoine Russell's in there, you know what I'm saying? And, things are getting very interesting at 140, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting. We just saw Gary Antoine Russell, you know, TKO, Barthelemy. And like I said, man, I mean, I think Barthelemy could have fought more. It was a very competitive fight, man. Wonderful fight. Beautiful to watch, man. Beautiful shots. The crowd was oohing and on. You know, that's what I pay attention to when I watch these fights. I pay attention to the crowd. I pay attention, you know, I try to look at all the subtleties in the fights, you know what I'm saying? And definitely, the crowd was, you know, definitely being entertained, and that's what it's about, you know what I'm saying? So let's get to the rankings and see what's next right here. Bam! So we got here, boxingscene.com, link in the description, you already know, man. So yeah, exactly what I was saying earlier, that, you know, WBC, that title's vacant, WBA is vacant. Who knows, and I really don't care at this point, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That, you know, I don't get into all the whole drama because, like I said, man, there's so much stuff, you know, it's like onions. You got to peel layer, you know, after layer after layer when it comes to why this happened, why that happened, why this title's vacant, why this fighter has moved up in the rankings out of nowhere like magic, whatever. But it is what it is. We see it with our eyeballs. WBC, according to boxingscene.com, right? So WBC, the title's vacant there. WBA, the title's vacant there. So what I was saying earlier, okay? So if you go ahead and check this out, so we got Jose the Cepeda, what I was saying earlier. Ramirez is ranked second. So if I'm not mistaken, that fight was for the WBC title, the vacant title. So now Jose Ramirez is out of the way. Now you got Regis Prograis in there. So they're ordered. Hopefully they fight. They got to fight. Regis Prograis, like I said a moment ago, man, he got to step it up, man. So I would like to see this, man. Prograis versus Cepeda. So we got Gary Antoine Russell. This is what I'm trying to get at, ladies and gentlemen. We got Gary Antoine Russell here, ranked number 7 in the WBC, rankings. You see that? You got Teofimo 6, like I was saying earlier, right? You got Teofimo moving up. Okay, that's the thing. The magically, you know, why are they moved up? I really don't know, and that's not my business. I don't know. I don't have time to research all that. But you got Teofimo, who moved up to 135. You know, and he's already number 6. I mean, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, and lo and behold, it's WBC. Okay, right. You got number 8, so Teofimo's number 8 in the rankings in WBA, ranked 10th, top 10 in IBF, and he hasn't even fought yet, right? And he's going to fight Pedro Campa, you know what I'm saying? So we got Gary Russell here, ranked 11. Gary Russell, ranked 11 also in the WBA, okay? And we got also Gary Russell, ranked 7. So my point in showing you all this, man, is to show you and to ask you, what do you think? Who should fight Gary Antoine Russell next? Because Gary Antoine Russell, man, this is the thing here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the thing here, man. That, you know, his momentum is it's going, it's flowing, it's growing. You know what I'm saying? It's getting stronger and stronger. So, you know, Gary Antoine Russell, man, the way he's moving right now, it's wonderful. It's wonderful at 140. I like what I see in Gary Antoine Russell. So, you see what I'm saying? So, if I would love to see this. I would love to see this, man. I would love to see after Teofimo, you know, gets Pedro Campa out the way, because I think he is going to win. Now, you know what I'm saying? There's a thing here, man, about Teofimo. I've said it several times. You know, I understand. You know, let's just put all that clownery away. You know, let's put it to the side concerning Teofimo Lopez. Let's put all that immaturity, that ego to the side, because that's him and that's his problem. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to what he does in the ring, you know, I think he's going to really take Pedro Campa out of there. Who knows, right? They might go 12 rounds. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's my analysis on that. You know what I'm saying? I think Teofimo is going to really go in there and, you know, because he wants to prove the world. He wants to prove the world that it's a takeover or whatever, right? So, you know, respect. And what he does in the ring, man, I can't take anything away from what he does in the ring, what Teofimo does in the ring. Very skilled, got power, fast, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the story. My point in saying all this, I think he's going to get Pedro Campa out the way, man. He'll win him. I think he'll beat him. I would love to see this. That's what I'm trying to say, man. I would love to see Gary Antoine Russell fight Teofimo next. But as you know the story, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think Teofimo is going to fight Gary Antoine Russell. I think personally, I don't know, man. I don't think they want that kind of work and that kind of smoke. But I think it would be great. I think it would be great. At the point that they are in their careers, both respective fighters, like I was saying, Gary Antoine Russell, the momentum he has at 140 right now, being quite active in the sport, you know what I'm saying? Being quite active in his career, you know, decently active, I guess. I don't remember, you know, the dates he's fought and stuff like that, but he seems like he's been quite active recently. You know, Teofimo right now getting back at, you know, 140, fighting Pedro Campa, and after this fight, keep Teofimo active, put him against Gary Antoine Russell. That would be beautiful, you know what I'm saying? So let's get back to the names here in the rankings, okay? So we check this out, man. I hope you can see it. I don't think it's too small, right? So I mean, that's a possibility, but I personally don't think Teofimo, I don't think they'll take that smoke, man. I don't think they'll want it, because, I mean, this is the thing here, ladies and gentlemen. Ranked 6th, Gary Antoine Russell, ranked 7. You see what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons, another reason why I want to see them fight. You know what I'm saying? So that would be nice. And who knows, man? Who knows? You know, by the time I post, like I say, man, time and time again, I always say it. By the time I post this video up, man, Regis Prograis and Jose Cepeda, it's going to be official whether they're going to fight or not. And they better fight. You know, I won't be happy, man. I won't be happy if Regis Prograis doesn't fight Jose Cepeda next. You know what I'm saying? I think he's under Probellum or whatever. You know, I think Regis Prograis is under that promotional company. Salute to Probellum. But I don't know, man. I just don't know how they're going to work it out. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously Jose Cepeda, if I'm not mistaken, he's a top-ranked fighter. You know politics, man. You know what it is. But hopefully they can negotiate and get a good deal in there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're going to do. If it's going to go purse bid, whatever, right? So, I mean, that would be nice. You know? And I would love to see that. I would love to see. This is what I'm trying to say here, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to see Gary Antoine Russell mix it up with these names, man. You know, he's getting to that point where it's going to be time, ladies and gentlemen. That momentum's nice. The skill's there. Y'all know the story. You know, Gary Antoine Russell, man, he's a force to be reckoned with in this division. Maybe Sandor Martin, because, you know, according to this ranking, he's up in the 7th, you know, according to WBO. Put him against Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin beat Mikey Garcia, you know, and you know, it's not my problem if Mike Garcia was going through some issues. That it is what it is. This is pro boxing, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? If you're in that ring, you got to give it your all, and you got to give it, you know, top-notch performance. And, you know, that's what true champs do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking anything away from Mike Garcia, but this is what I'm trying to say here. Sandor Martin beat him, okay? So, hey, put Gary Antoine Russell in there with Sandor Martin. I know he's not a star. I can care less if he's a freaking star or not. You know what I'm saying? But he beat Mikey. And wouldn't that be nice to see Gary Antoine Russell beat the guy who beat Mikey Garcia? That would be nice. And watch him fight the guy, you know, who fought Mikey Garcia. You also got Arnold Barbosa. Like I said, I pushed a video recently talking about this and the names that are at 140. Jack Catterall. But I think, you know, Josh Taylor's going to rematch Jack Catterall, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, whatever's going on there. But, you know, you got Barbosa. And like I said in my last video, I think these names that I'm mentioning, some of these names already got fights lined up. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see, this is what I'm trying to say, man, Gary Antoine Russell fight these guys. Because he's at that level. And, you know, that's the thing, man. The rankings don't always. They don't always show. They don't always determine the skill of a fighter. I got to say that again. The rankings and these sanctioning bodies don't always, you know, show the skills of a fighter. Don't determine the skills of a fighter. Because like I said a moment ago, the freaking politics, and y'all know why. Things are done somehow, some way, to where a guy goes into a division, whether he's champ or not. Y'all know the story with the sport of boxing, okay? It only happens in the sport of boxing. Don't you love it? But, you know, they jump up in a division, even if they don't have any belts from the previous division they came from, and they're all of a sudden top 5. All of a sudden top 10. Who knows why that happens, and I think some people out there who are experts in it probably know, and they got their ideas, right? And their reasonings to that, but it is what it is. What I'm trying to say here is this. It doesn't really matter to me where Gary Antoine Russell is ranked, whether he's top 10, top 15. I'm saying this. He has the skills to fight all these names that I talked about right now. These names that I showed right there, he has the skills to fight these guys. And he has the skills to compete against them, and he has the skills to beat them. I'm not saying he'll beat them all. I don't know, man. But I want to see this. I want to see this, man. Because the way Gary Antoine Russell, man, is working these fights, the way he's working these fighters, man, his opponents. And like I said, I know it's a controversial call, ruling, or whatever by the referee, you know, TKOing that thing, you know, calling a TKO. I mean, Barthelemy could have gone on, but I think that was going to be eventual anyway. But it would have been a beautiful fight to see, you know, had the referee let them fight, continue fighting in this fight, you know, between Barthelemy and Gary Antoine Russell, it would have been a lot more interesting. It would have been a lot more interesting, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Wonderful victory by Gary Antoine Russell, and I got to see what's next. I cannot wait, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? I cannot wait. You know, Gary Russell, you know, his brother, salute to him. Great stuff. I personally think this, man, I said this before, I think on social media somewhere. I don't think I said it in a video. I personally think Gary Russell, man, should just, you know, be a trainer now and train his brothers, train his family, you know, those who are in the sport of boxing, his siblings. Be a trainer and coach. He should dedicate himself to that, man, because, you know, I know a lot of people are trying to hype up this whole thing between Chris Colbert and Gary Russell. I know a lot of people, you know, Chris Colbert, he said he's right, man. He's right, you know, and that whole little fiasco that happened between them and Gary Antoine Russell saying, I want to smack a bleeper, you know what I'm saying? I'll smack this guy right now, my shoulder, you know, I'm still in recovery, but I can smack a mother bleeper right now. And, you know, Chris Colbert said it. He said, you're not going to do it, you know, that's not going to happen. He said it right there in his face, man. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. He said it right there in his face. It is what it is. I know a lot of people don't like Chris Colbert, but it is what it is. He responded what it was. He said, you know, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You know, the gym's right down the street. Let's go. And then Gary Antoine Russell started walking away, and Chris Colbert was like, man, he's just all talk, man. He always does that. I mean, my point in saying this, I'm not trying to, you know, no slack on Gary Russell, but I'm trying to say this, man. Gary Russell's been way too inactive for the past several years. I don't know how many, but a couple years at least. He's been way too inactive, and he does wonderful as a coach and trainer right now. Of course, he fights well, but, you know, Father Time is no joke. I don't think Gary Russell will be the same anymore, man. I don't think he will if he goes back and fighting the dogs out there. You already know, man. But, yeah, I don't think he'll be the same if he goes back in that ring, man. You know, he just got the surgery in his shoulder. And he himself said in an interview, you know, talking about his shoulder recently, whatever interview it was, man, he talked about if he comes back, he probably won't be 100. He said it out of his own mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the time right now to find that interview, but it's out there. It's out there. You can go find it. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. I think Gary Russell, and it's a wonderful team. Nothing against Gary Russell. I think he had a wonderful career, but Gary Antoine Russell, it's his time now. And I think Gary Russell should be in his, you know, his brother should be in his corner and just dedicate himself to training, building up Antoine Russell. Because Antoine Russell, he's a force to be reckoned with, and I think he's going to have a marvelous career. I think he's going to have a marvelous career, and I want to see him against one of these names, man. Teofimo won't fight him. I don't think he will, man. You know, these guys can fight. These guys can say, they can, you know, say all they want. Actions speak louder than words. How many times have I said that in my other videos? You know what I'm saying? And live sessions. I don't really get caught up into what this fighter said this fighter said that. Sometimes I do and take it from what they say, but, you know, make my conclusions. But, ladies and gentlemen, these guys can yap away all they want. But, you know, it's about signing contracts. It's about getting the fight done. Getting in that ring and fighting the guy who you're talking about. And that's what the fight game's about, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I think Gary Antoine Russell, man, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be good stuff, you know. I think and that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Get back to what I'm saying. That's why I say that. Teofimo, man, he can say he wants the best. He can say he wants the top. He wants the top at 140. But when these names, you know, come at him, I don't know if Gary Antoine Russell, I haven't seen all his interviews or anything, post press conferences, whatever, but I haven't seen what he, you know, who he's calling out. But, you know, I don't think Teo and his team would choose to fight Gary Antoine Russell. I don't think so. And they're close in the rankings. You know, so skill-wise, it would be a wonderful performance. You know what I'm saying? It would be a wonderful fight. But Gary Antoine Russell, man, I want to see him fight these names soon. Very, very soon. Maybe next fight. Maybe next couple fights. I want to see those names that we just saw in the rankings that I mentioned earlier. And there are more names. You got more names out there. You know what I'm saying? So I cannot wait to see what's next for Gary Antoine Russell. Who do you think he should fight next? Please go ahead and comment in the comment section. I appreciate each and every one of you, man. RENEBOXYOUNG, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, and analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. I appreciate you all. I thank you guys so much, man. You guys are awesome. Hit the notification bell. Remember that. Don't forget. Hit it right now. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have it, so you know when I push these premieres, so you know when I push my flash lives, all that good stuff. If you want to support via Cash App, once again, $RENEBOXYOUNG, $RENEBOXYOUNG. Peace.